So I've just arrived at the first boot sale of 2 today. We might hit a new boot sale afterwards. It's a small indoor boot sale that's in my area, and people keep saying, you know, on a kind of windy, rainy day, come down and have a look. And I'm going to do that today, I think. We'll see what we find at these 2. As I say, it's been raining this weekend, and it's very windy, and there's a small chance of rain, so the turnout today is probably not going to be amazing, but we're going to make up for it by going to the indoor boot sale and maybe some charity shops as well up like the north of the Fylde Coast. We will see. So stick with me, we'll go and see what we can find to resell for a profit on eBay. Let's go.
Fylde Coast flips.
So one of the boot sales today, the largest one in the area, which is down that way, is off today due to the wind and chance of rain. So they were off yesterday as well. Morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, we do pounds.
A pound, 125.
Okay, yeah. Thank you very much. How much is the bag?
The bag.
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, go on. Cheers. See you later. Cool, isn't it? I feel like there's no money in this, so.
Put it on for you.
Yeah, please.
Somewhere. I always have to look for ages to see it. Found it the other day. See it's there.
Oh yeah. Just kind of light up and make the
Yeah,
Doctor Who TARDIS noises. There we go. Yeah.
That's on Try Me, that other one.
Right.
Right, well it should. That goes red.
Oh yeah. How much you have on it?
10.
Right. Yeah, it's very unique. Not seen one like that before.
Money. I'm just going to see if I've got enough to give you. Have you got any change?
No, that's it.
I don't know if I've even got enough to give you.
How much is that?
What are you going for that? £3, but it don't come with the characters.
Right.
Yeah, you have to...
You do 2 on it?
no.
No.
£3 a bargain.
Okay, take it.
Wow, that's a seat of sound, 150 miles.
I knew it was you. Recognised your stuff.
There he is, the biscuit barrel man.
That's me. Fylde Coast biscuit barrels
How you doing?
at your service. Yeah, not bad. Quiet today. What's your Lego?
10.
And your drill.
Got more chains.
How much is that? £2. Yeah, I'll take it, please. So I've been around the whole thing 3 times, not much today at all, but well, let's head on to the next one, see what we can find there. Let's go. So it definitely looks like it's a little bit busier here than the last one. Still very windy though.
Morning, you alright?
Oh, you alright? How you doing?
Yeah, I'm not too
okay.
bad, yeah. How did you get on with the Elton John figurine? Did you end up
Yes,
doing all right
yes.
on
It went for about 100, I think.
Oh,
like,
nice,
yeah.
that's alright.
Then I thought I forgot that he was headlining Glastonbury, wasn't
Yeah,
he? So
he was,
I went on and checked the price. Well, I checked the prices afterwards, like you do, and it's fine. Like they weren't going for any more because of it. So
Oh, right.
just gonna ask about this one second.
10p, take it.
10p.
Trust me, we don't want to take anything home.
Right. I can't say no at that. Thank you. I wasn't bothered with this because it's cracked, but like for 10p. These I've got one myself, and I bought it from the charity shop for like £2, and then later found out it was worth a lot. Obviously with crack it won't be worth that much, but for 10p. So all I found in there is this draining board thingamajig, of which we've got one. I remember buying it from a charity shop a while back and got home afterwards and found out it was worth quite a lot of money. This was 10p, otherwise I probably wouldn't have bothered. I still probably shouldn't have bothered. It's a bit discoloured. I don't know if anyone's really going to want this. That is all I bought here today. Was it worth a 50p admission to get in? Probably not. Not to worry though, let's head on to the Fleetwood indoor car boot sale, see what we can find there. Fingers crossed that we've got a few bits waiting for us there, and then maybe hit a few charity shops on the way back as well. So let's go. Okay, so just arrived. Let's see, is it going to be like 99% traders and going to find nothing, or might there be a few things to be had here? We'll soon see. First time ever here. People keep telling me to come. I'm here.
That roof's going to come off, I know it. It's all been checked by us, my friend.
Alright.
That has been checked.
How much you after on it?
Well, it's £30 online and I want £14. I'm basically doing everything just under half price.
Yeah.
It's a bargain. And I'll throw in the little one with you if you want the little one to go with it, and that's 15 quid on its own.
Yeah.
There's another one there as well. That's another one there. You can have all three of them for £22 if you want, and that's a bargain. That's my last three.
Well, about 20.
Go on then, let's do it.
Cheers. How much are your Mega Drive games?
Well, all of them in there are £6 each.
Yeah.
Right? That's my most expensive game. I wanted £15 for him. You know,
Yeah.
he's worth 30, and I wanted £12 for each one.
Yeah.
Or make me an offer for the box and take the box. A reasonable offer. No, in Mortal Kombat, you get pretty good on your own.
Yeah, so I don't know. It's like Mega Drive stuff. I never really had Mega Drive. I was always Nintendo. You know what I mean?
PS2 for sale as well. It's a slim version with the box. And I've even got the modern adapter to go with the modern TV with it.
All right.
Which was an extra bit. Would be good. It's all in your way. Just throw it around with it. Throw it around. I've got all the Lego ones.
Yeah, they sort of mate. I've got loads.
Throw it around, mate. And if you take the box, then I'll come up with a deal. I will. If you take the box. Especially Mortal Kombat. You can Google it up, Mortal Kombat.
Would you like 25, or you have to a lot
For
more
what,
than
the
that?
box?
Yeah. It's a lot more.
Well, that's like 40 quid on its own.
Yeah.
I take 35, and in that way I'm taking a £15 loss. I mean,
I'll have a little
you
walk
just sell-
around, then
sell
I'll
Mortal Kombat,
I'll
pays for the
see.
box.
Yeah.
You know, they just buy themselves just £1 each.
Right.
Yes, mate.
Can we get your lid ring as well?
Do you want this one?
Yeah.
I've got one right at the end, which is my favourite character.
What, Toad?
So, let's do one. This will change. There you go, my friend. Thank you.
Tony Maloney.
Doing alright?
Oh, you right? How you doing? You okay, mate?
About time you
How you
showed
doing?
up,
Yeah, I know, you keep telling me. At last, I get here. 30. That's about as much as I do. I don't.
Go on then. You take
Yeah.
the box.
Oh, cheers, mate. Thank you.
Two Xbox 360 games for £5. Mario toy for £5. And a box of Mega Drives.
Cheers, mate.
Do you
Thank
want the
you.
lid? Because it all fits in.
Yeah. It's underneath, isn't it?
And I've got a bag here if you want to stick it. Oh, you've got the lid.
Oh,
you've got the lid. You want a decent bag?
So I've got one in here. I've got a big one, so I'll stick it in there.
Pretty cool.
Yeah, they are, yeah.
I'll come and have another look in a minute. Cheers, mate.
Cheers, mate. Thank you.
So I was literally here for about a minute before I saw all this stuff. Now I think we've done okay here. I don't think we've done like amazing, but we will obviously take a look at it all when we get back. I bought this. My cousin had the, I don't know if it's this version or like the earlier version of this. He says it's all been tested and it's working, the battery compartment's clean. Hopefully it is. I don't know exactly how much money that's worth, but I think this is for me. I think it is. Cool little thing. And then I bought that and this little one as well. 20 quid for the lot. I don't think that's too bad. I have no idea how much these are worth or if they work. I mean, hopefully they will. No idea on that, but bought it. You know, I wanted this really. The other things were just kind of a bonus. And then this box of Mega Drive games right here. I don't have a massive amount of knowledge on Mega Drive games, if I'm being honest. I was always more of a Nintendo kind of guy. I got the whole box for 30 quid. Is that good or not? We'll have a look a bit later on. He says this was worth like 40 quid by itself. If it's a really good condition game, then it's worth about 20 quid. Do you know what? There's something about this art on here. I don't know. It might just be because I'm not used to Mega Drive games, but it just looks a little bit like faded. Maybe that just happens with some games. I mean, it's got this manual on this box, right? And a couple of the others look fine. Like this Sonic is fine. It's even got like the receipt from Eclipse, which is a local video game shop. We will see.
Do you want the box or do you want a bag? Would you like the box or the bag, my friend?
Oh, I knew it'd be you.
Best I can do on that is 30.
Right, no worries. I would like your bread bin there. It's particularly nice.
That
Very
is
nice.
just a pottery.
Yeah.
Somebody tried to buy that off of me last week. And I said, no, I'll wait until Mike comes in. Because they offered me 12 quid for it.
Yeah.
Yeah? And it's just too nice. I couldn't find
It's just
the name on the bottom, right?
I had a look. It's the craziness a bit too much. Hi, I'm Sam.
£10.
10. Thank you. That's quite nice. 1.4. It's alright for £4. I'll get that. Right, whose is this one here, please?
Is there a price on the bottom of it?
Yeah, £4. Cheers.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. I've had this before as well. Is this yours?
No, it's
No, yours. Two. Yeah, I'll take that, please. How much is that?
Everything's a pound inside.
Take that, thank you.
Only a pound, mate. Get on you.
Yeah, that's it. So it's two, please. Thank you very much. Cheers.
He's selling it for Walmart.
So yeah, got a few good bits in there. Thank you very much, John, for recommending this place. It's worth checking out. I've got some bits I didn't expect, like some video game things. Didn't expect to be getting stuff like that here. And there are a few higher prices, but nothing kind of extortionate really. There was like that Chucky doll, that was quite good, I think. She wanted 10 quid. It's, you know, it needed a really good clean up. It's probably worth, I don't know, I'm sure it's worth more than 10 quid, but not worth it after you spent all that time kind of cleaning it. And then somebody had a load of McDonald's toys, brand new sealed ones, and some of them were okay, but they're after £1.50 each. I mean, maybe I could have got them for £1 each, but ain't worth it if you're picking them up for that kind of price, whatever it is, pretty much. So there you go. But yeah, worth checking this place out right here. Fleetwood car boot, indoor outdoor. Go check it out if you've not done already. It's been open for ages. It's not like it's a new thing or anything. It's just I've never got around to actually coming here and checking it out. And now that I've been and seen that it's all right here, I'm going to come back. There's some good sellers here selling stuff, and most of the prices are pretty decent. I'm going to go and hit the charity shops in Fleetwood that are just down the road. I'm hoping they're open on a Sunday. I don't really know. So I'm just having a look at these Mega Drive games, and I'm wondering whether, rather than kind of take them all home and list them on eBay, see what they can do for me. Let's go. So we've got money traders there, but the little independent place is just here. Okay, I think the place that I wanted, I'm pretty sure it's this guy, Console King, but he's closed today, so I'm gonna go to Money Traders and see what they can do for me.
Is that what it is? The fan's overworking himself.
Right, I've got some Mega Drive games here. Do you accept them?
Yeah, it's just through that side to that chap, isn't it?
Cheers, thank you. Hi there, okay. I've got some Mega Drive games here. So, I think they're like the best two.
Are you giving set prices on Mega Drive games?
Probably do the research, just because obviously the Mega Drive aren't they?
They're probably the best three, that and those two. I think one of them is Master System. That one.
Rise of the Robots. Jesus. That was a lousy game on PS1.
Have you got a rough idea of what for the lot you're after?
I know that Mortal Kombat, if it's in good condition with its manual, can go for like 20 to 25 usually.
Usually, unfortunately your manual is slightly damaged,
Yeah.
but I'm not too fussed about that.
This one I think is about 10 to 15, and I know that I know the rest are like Sonic, you know, came through with all the Mega Drives, didn't it, back in the day? First Sonic,
to be fair,
Sonic.
with it being that big of a title, it's not actually worth as much as you think.
No. Sounds like Starfield if I know it right. That means I've watched the trailer a bit too much, doesn't it?
That's something to learn by as well.
Can't wait for that game.
I'd be more excited if it was the next Elder Scrolls.
Yeah,
I am a bit
same.
excited.
Yeah, I'm more into Elder Scrolls. It's going to be, you know, it's made by the same people, so it's going to be along the same lines. But I'm quite into sci-fi, so for me, it's
a treat for you, won't it, really?
Yeah.
So all in all, these ones individually priced, these are all generic because they're just sports.
Yeah.
They're a hard sell. We do on eBay, but with the value of them, that's probably the only one we try and put on eBay. So we're probably looking at offering you £24.
Right, okay.
Obviously, we're a middleman, so we're in to make money.
Yeah, I get you. I had a figure in my head of 50 is what I was.
So that's probably what we'd get for the lot overall.
Mate, you get monthly, but
your only weakness is the manual missing in that one, and that one really.
Yeah.
That on eBay sold for £5 and no manual.
No.
And then the other one was the same without manuals.
Yeah. At 40, could you get to 40? That's kind of my bottom line. Otherwise,
I wouldn't be able to get anywhere near that because we've got to pay, like, we've got to buy it off you.
Yeah.
Then we've got to sell it, and when it comes into the VAT and everything like that, we have to pay.
Yeah.
We end up making pennies.
I've got this.
Oh wow.
That's like it's not old. It's like a rehash or whatever. And this, which I've never even heard of before.
LG.
And I got a really cool, proper old school Pac-Man 2 handheld. I should have brought it just to show you.
We've had a couple of these newer Pac-Man stuff in, like the mini arcade machines, stuff like that, but we've not had any of the retro ones.
Yeah, the one I've got is proper old school. My cousin had it back in the early 90s. That's what it was that I bought.
That is pretty awesome, to be fair.
Jesus.
So he did me a bit of a deal on that, so I was happy to pay a little bit more on these games.
So that one, I'm going to have to skip on.
Right.
It's like a more grey area.
Right.
It's not made by the official people and it's got official games on it.
Ah, right, okay, is it?
Yeah.
Right. I said I'd never heard of it before.
This one, it's a funny one, because the prices are everywhere. Looking at what they've sold, someone's selling them brand new for 30.
Right.
Then some of them have sold on here for no less than £5.50.
Right.
So, I mean, it's safe for us, but as fair as I could get it, I could probably offer £8 on it. I could push to 10, but that would be the max on that one.
Yeah. No, I'll leave it. I was gonna say, like, I was thinking, like,
The one that's gone for £5.50 does have a £6 postage, and it was big,
Yeah.
so maybe the guy didn't mean to let it go that low.
yeah,
On
yeah,
average, they're selling brand new for 30, and then some people are getting 30 when they're second hand. So I'd probably aim for
Yeah.
20 in the shop.
yeah,
So I'd pay you half of that.
yeah. Okay. No worries. Mugs, £6 for £1. And this type can do alright. Made in Italy. There's only 3 of them there. So I'm back to the car. I did head into a couple of charity shops here in Fleetwood, but there was nothing at all to be had. So yeah, what do you think? How much did they offer on these games? I think it was about 24, 26, something like that. I leveled with him in the end and said, look, I'm a reseller. Got talking to him, good guys in there. And I also showed him this and this little one. This little one is a bit of a grey area. He says it's kind of a unbranded type of thing, or there is a brand on it, but I don't know whether you can technically really sell this on eBay, so yeah, it might be a keeper, that one. This one's fine though. I think he offered me 8. I reckon I can get 20 on this on eBay, no problem at all. So yeah, with the video games, all in all, we'll do okay. Not absolutely amazing pickup, but not too bad, and I'm really happy that I got this. And these do seem to go for like kind of 30-40 quid if they're working. There are a few kind of like surface scratches and stuff on this. I do hope that it is working. We'll try it out when we get back in a little bit. So I've got a couple of charity shops I'm going to hit on the way home, and then we'll be home and we'll look at everything we picked up today to resell for profit on eBay. Very Slovenian family style. Retards, maybe? Yes. That's probably right for 50p actually. You know that massive frog that I got, and then the little one. This is the same brand. Oh look. £15. Just a mug from in there, 50p. Retard. Nice one. They all work. They all work, and it's this one I was a little bit worried about because it's from 1981. Yes, having 3 new little mini consoles in the house. You know what I've been doing for the last half an hour, don't you? Atari. I never had an Atari as a kid. It just about missed me. Like, my first computer was a Commodore 64. I didn't have anything earlier than that. So this was a bit before that, I think. Yeah, all 3 of these work. This one I was slightly worried about because it's obviously an older one, 1981 in fact. I remember playing this with my cousin back when I was about 5 or 6 years old. It might have been like the first one, or it might have been like maybe a sequel to this, maybe if there was a Pac-Man 3, I don't remember exactly, but it was definitely like this, same kind of thing, with the little control at each end. And the whole display, the sound and everything all sounds exactly the same as what I used to play. And I thought it was absolutely amazing as a kid, but right now it's kind of fairly basic, really. But, you know, back then I thought this was massive, and I thought it was, you know, one of the most amazing games ever. I remember asking my parents, like, you know, can we have one of them? And yeah, I never did. But I think it wasn't much after this that, like, the original Game Boy came out. And we did get an original Game Boy back when they first released, so that's kind of what got me into games. It was Commodore 64, then the Game Boy, I think. It was that order. I think the Commodore 64 might have been out for quite a few years before we actually bought it. Game Boy, Super Nintendo was my next, and I did have friends with other things like the Mega Drive and the Game Gear, and I'd played a lot of the other stuff, but yeah, it was, I kind of went the Nintendo route with a lot of it from Super Nintendo onwards. Yeah, just take a listen to this as I start it up. Classic. It's all kind of looks flashy on the screen, but it's not. It's not in real life. Yeah, it does work. As I say, it might look quite basic to some of you out there, but yeah, you can play 2-player, one person up there, one person here. Just the fact you could play 2-player on a game like this, to me at the time, was just amazing. Like, being able to play together with somebody else a game like this, I just thought was absolutely, like, amazing, crazy amazing. Because, you know, even like the Game Boy came out after that, you couldn't play 2-player on that. It wasn't until, for me, the Super Nintendo came out where I'd actually be able to play a game with somebody else. That was the first kind of time. Otherwise, like back in the day, you just kind of like sit there and take it in turns, wouldn't you? Like with like Commodore 64 and Amiga. A lot of my friends had like Amigas and stuff like that. You just sit there, you know, you'd play half an hour, they'd play half an hour, you'd kind of play like that. Whereas these days, you know, you can sit down and play Mario Kart 4-player, split screen, just like nothing, like it's nothing. This is for me. I'm keeping this for definite. I might sell it at some point, but I don't think I will. I've ever since I started reselling, this is one of the things that I thought I'd probably never ever see out there. And it would have been good if it was the actual one, you know, the first one, I'm guessing it was, that my cousin had. It would be really cool if it was that one, and if I ever find that one, I will probably keep that one and sell this one on. But I can't imagine I ever will find it because I've never seen one of these out there before. So the chance of me finding another one is probably pretty small. But the money, you know, I paid 20 quid for the 3. This, I'm pretty sure we can get 20 quid for this. Still got its box and everything. Won't be able to class it as new, obviously, but very good condition. Still has its box. I'll probably aim for like 25 free postage, something like that. I might be able to get that. Yeah, this one is just a load of like, you know, very basic kind of games. They're not like, you know, rip-offs of anything as far as I can tell. They're just their own kind of little mini games. Dinosaur War, what's that going to be? I'm intrigued. I'm just going around, breathing fire. Is this like my child I'm breathing fire at? I'm protecting. Oh, I'm protecting my child from these things. Oh no! Oh no! Oh dear! Didn't do very well then, did I? Yeah, they're just little games. It's, you know, if you go on a little holiday or something, I might end up keeping this until the next time we go on holiday and just kind of take it along with us. It'll keep the kids entertained for a little bit, just trying out all the different games. This one I will sell, like, now, straight away. This one I might keep hold of for a little bit, but eventually I will end up selling it. It won't go for a lot, like a tenner, maybe 15 at a push. And then from the same guy, I got all these games, and I know, you know, a lot of them are just sports games, and there's not going to be much to them. These two are alright. Mortal Kombat 1 can probably get about 20 for it, I reckon, plus postage, maybe 25 at a push. This one maybe a tenner. Sonic the Hedgehog only goes for, what, 5 or 6 quid, I think. Not that much. This one, I think, was about 7 or 8. I only had a quick look. Including music by Brian May. Yes, it's like 7 quid. I don't know whether that was his prices or somebody, you know, else's prices at some point in the past. So very quickly, this is all of them. Sonic, Mortal Kombat, Super Thunder Blade, Rise of the Robots, Mega Games 1, which has Super Hang-On and World Cup Italia 90, PGA Tour, World Cup Soccer, some kind of Japanese version, I think. Another PGA Tour, £20 at some point in the past. Super Hang-On, a Sega Master System game, PGA Tour Golf, Power Challenge Golf, European Club Soccer, Hockey, and Classic Super Kickoff. 30 quid for the lot, what do you reckon? Was that a good buy or not? I think it's alright, you know. I would hope to double my money on these. So let's take a look at everything else. Move these to one side. Look at that. I'm so happy that it actually works, because I put the batteries in and I tried it and there was nothing, and then I kind of gave them a little bit of a wiggle like you do, and that did the job. It's now working. That's often, you don't really need to do that these days with electronics, but anybody remember that, being, you know, being younger? Sometimes you just need to open it up and give it a wiggle, and that's all it needs to get it working. Check this out. Wordsworth Lake Rydal Water. Now, a bit random. Yes, I do like a tea towel though. This is where we've just been recently, well, quite close to here, and I've got a video that's going to be coming out over on my other channel, Adventure ASPIN. I'm editing it as we speak. It's going to take a little while to edit because it's quite a long one. It's got like a lot of information and stuff in there. I'm not going to make it too long though. It's somewhere we went and we did a lake walk, and I've already done one lake walk on that channel, Adventure ASPIN. This is another one, and it was around Rydal and Grasmere in the Lake District. Yeah, this church here, Grasmere Church. There's a shop near here that sells the best gingerbread you have ever tasted. I'm telling you, it is so good. It is so unbelievably good. If you're ever in the Lake District, anywhere near Grasmere, please go and get some. Be prepared to wait in line for a little bit unless you get there early, but it is well worth it. It's so nice. It is so good. Next is this Harry Potter set. It doesn't have its minifigures. It was only 3 quid. It's not worth much like this. 8 to 10 quid, something like that. This is brand new sealed. It's called Beat That. I've had an expansion of this before that went for quite good money. This was only £2. This was from the Fleetwood indoor car boot. and these go for about £18 to £20 thereabouts, so pretty good on that. Got an item of Tupperware there, £1.25. I bought that, and I bought something else from that same person, that I think £1.25 each. And, you know, classic butter cheese dish Tupperware, vintage 80s one, like tenner, maybe 12 quid, something like that. Here is a Mr. Men brand new inbox picture frame, and can't find this particular one. It is vintage, I think, kind of, well, like late 90s, early 2000s. In fact, it says right there, year 2000. And, you know, it's ceramic, and some Mr. Men stuff can do quite well. I don't quite know why some of it does so well and some of it just sits there forever. Not quite sure, but I think this will do okay. Nobody else has one quite like this out there. So £2 I think I paid for it. Wittard's a Chelsea mug here, 50p is all it was. I don't pick up all Wittard's stuff. It's got to be like the right kind of design and that. And this one will sell, definitely. This is from Fleetwood indoor car boot sale, only £1. Yes, very, very random, I know. Only one person out there trying to even sell one for like 10 quid. I will probably match his price and we will make a small profit. If it sells, it's one of those weird things, I don't know, I'd never seen it before, but whatever, we'll give it a go. Somebody out there will have it, no doubt. I got this from the same guy as well. This is £1, this is to keep. My son, my youngest son, loves these games, and this is one I've not seen before. He's not seen it before either. Gonna play this in a little bit. And right there we've got a Hornsey Bronte plant pot. Really like this, really like it. 4 quid, which I was happy to pay. And these are pretty rare. I can't seem to find Hornsey Bronte plant pots out there. Couldn't find one. None sold, none listed. Don't think, you know, it's gonna be worth a massive amount, but this particular design is good. Like the cookie jars always do well. Tea Coffee Sugar, I think I've had a couple of sets of them in the distant past that have done all right. Just out of all the Hornsey stuff, this is one of my favourite ones. This and the Tapestry, I quite like the blue Tapestry stuff, although that's not that popular with people, generally speaking. It doesn't hold as much money as this does. But yeah, really nice. We may have to keep this. We have a lot of plants in our house, and yeah, like it. Very much like it. We also have this as well, but this, you know, is not worthwhile. I actually picked it up. I saw that it was cracked, a little bit of a crack there. I put it back down. She was like, it's only 10p, and I was like, okay, I will take it, but I shouldn't have done. It's by a brand called Simple Human, and we've actually got this exact same one, not quite as yellowed as this though. We've got this exact same one, which we got from a charity shop for really cheap, and it's done as, you know, it's done as well. And if it was like good condition, it could sell for like 20-30 quid in pre-owned condition, but like this, it's not worthwhile. I think what we might do is keep this metal bit, because this is in a bit better condition than ours, and then we'll probably just scrap the rest. I don't think anybody's going to want it in this condition with a big crack in the side. So I think I have covered everything, not as much as usual today, but some good things amongst it. This being my favourite, this also being maybe a close second, and always nice to pick up these vintage games, even if they're not like, you know, the best games ever, but there's some good ones amongst it. This is kind of cool as well. I will have a bit of a go at some of these. A lot of these games were on something called the TV Boy. Does anybody remember that? Probably not. It's quite a bit of an obscure one, but it was just like a big massive controller. It's probably about 3 times the size of this, and you'd hook it up to your TV and it would play all these old Atari games. I didn't know they were old Atari games at the time. So I'll leave this one there. Thank you for watching. If there's anything about this video that you enjoyed, please hit the like button, subscribe if you're not already subscribed, and I will see you in the next one.